I wanted to chat to you today about something kind of serious, right? And I mean, we've just seen everything that's gone on with Brett Kavanaugh, and we've seen the assault on straight white men with the social justice warriors and feminists. And this is becoming a really big part of public discourse around what's going on in academia, what's going on in the news, what's going on in the justice system. And look, I'm not going to make this a racial issue. This is more about an acknowledgement that black guys have been dealing with Me Too for a lot longer than we have. Now, I've gone through a whole evolution of thought and learning and understanding and coming across new things. And I've sort of haven't really been able to understand why I've gotten a lot of frustration and kickback from maybe some African American brothers out there on some of the things that I've said with not negative intent, but could be taken the wrong way if you were coming from a different viewpoint, right? If you had a different lived experience. And it was really the other day, this got me. So do you guys remember that, just finding it now, that a couple of days ago, what was it, some chick accused a 9-year-old boy of sexually assaulting her because he brushed up against her in a freaking store. This was a little black kid, 9-year-old black kid. And this white woman is, attacking him and calling the police and going, oh, this 9-year-old kid sexually assaulted me. And look, I saw the video of this kid. This kid was crying his heart out. Like, I really genuinely felt for him. And I know, of course, there's many cases of that happening to white kids as well. And again, I'm not making this a race issue. Please don't think, like, I want us all to come together against this feminist crap, against this Me Too movement, because it's gotten out of fucking hand. Right? That's exactly what's happened. Now, on top of this, I also stumbled across another article the other day, which was really nuts. And this particular article really pissed me off. Clarence Moses-EL, right? Man in prison for 28 years after woman dreamed that he raped her to be freed after another man confesses. Says the guy here. This guy's been in shackles for 28 years. 28 years, almost 3 decades. Right? This is way before this whole social justice stuff happened. Right? Now, a man in prison for 28 years after a woman said she dreamed that he raped her could be freed after a Denver judge overturned his conviction, saying he would likely be acquitted at a new trial because someone else confessed to the crime. Clarence Moses-EL was convicted in 1988. 1988, think about that. And sentenced to 48 years in prison for raping and assaulting a woman when she returned home from a night of drinking. When police initially asked who attacked her, she named the man who later confessed. More than a day, sorry, just this thing popped up with an ad on me here. Killing me. More than a day after the assault, while in the hospital, the woman identified Moses-EL as her attacker, saying his face came to her in a dream. Moses-EL has long claimed he was innocent, which he was, by the way, but his efforts to appeal the conviction were unsuccessful, in part because Denver police threw away DNA evidence from the attack. So it's not that the DNA evidence proved that he was guilty, it's that the DNA evidence didn't even exist because the police threw it away. Police destroyed body swabs and the victim's clothing despite a judge's order to preserve it for testing that could have confirmed Moses-EL's guilt or innocence. The case inspired legislation requiring the preservation of DNA evidence in major felony cases for a defendant's lifetime. Lawmakers also took the rare step of sponsoring a bill ordering a new trial for Moses-EL, but it was scrapped after then Governor Bill Ritter, a former prosecutor, threatened to veto it. His break came in December 2013 when another man, L.C. Jackson, sent him a letter in prison saying he couldn't believe Moses-EL was accused of raping the woman because he had sex with her at the same time that night that the woman was claiming that Moses-EL raped her. He says, I really don't know what to say to you, but let's start by bringing what was done in the dark into the light, Jackson wrote. According to court documents, he said, I have a lot on my heart. The letter led to a hearing in July where Jackson testified that he became angry during sex with the woman and hit her in the face. The woman told police that she was lying down to sleep when a man put his hands around her neck and raped her. Jackson has not been charged in that case, but DNA evidence led to his conviction in the 1992 rapes of a mother and daughter that happened about 1.5 miles away from the first woman's home. There was no way to immediately reach him in Wednesday with records showing he's in prison. Jurors would likely clear Moses-EL if they heard Jackson's sworn confession and saw evidence showing that Jackson's blood type, rather than Moses-EL's, was found in the victim, Denver District Judge Candace Gerdes wrote in her Monday order granting a new trial. He's elated, attorney Gail Johnson said of Moses-EL, who was being held in the Bent County Correctional Facility in southeastern Colorado. He's very happy and feels like he's finally getting justice in this case. Yeah, after 30 fucking years. A judge set Moses-EL's bond at $50,000, and his attorneys expect he will soon be returned to Denver, where he will likely be released pending a new trial. Prosecutors declined to say whether they would file new charges against him. Prosecutors were still reviewing the ruling and would meet with the victim, says Lynn Kimbrough, spokeswoman for the Denver District Attorney's Office. Right? This poor guy, man. Look at this. I don't know if this video is going to come up all right, but I'm going to share this with you. Right? And the rapper 10,000 says, Me Too has been used against black men back at the 18th century. Some women helped create Jim Crow laws that cost Emmett Till his life. Yeah, and I'm gonna acknowledge that rapper 10,000 because I know of stories, and I heard of stories for decades now, but yet it never hit me until I started to see all this and started to really tune in and started to be aware of all of this stuff that's going on and correlate it back to my past knowledge. But, you know, I've seen numerous cases of white women back as early as I can remember. The earliest case I can remember was early 1900s, right? And I read this as a historical, some historical evidence of these cases. The woman accused a little black kid of rape, and he was put to death in the electric chair. Think about that, right? All these, and look, like I said, I'm not trying to make this a racial issue, but we know the majority of feminists are white, privileged college kids. That's just a fact. That's just how it is. Right? And it's these women that are saying, believe all women. Believe all women. Rape culture. Me too. Right? And yet so many of these women are molesting their students. So many of these women are HR managers that are that are basically sexually assaulting their colleagues at Christmas parties. And then later on they're like, oh, I don't remember. What are you talking about? I don't know. By the way, I'm the HR manager, so if you got any problems, just come to me. Oh, you got a problem with me? Oh, I don't remember what happened, so fuck off. Right? This is how it is. And, you know, look, things are shit for white men at the moment, right? Brett Kavanaugh, he got attacked, right? We're seeing what's happening. The lynching and the attacking of white men. But it's been happening for a very long time to black men as well. And like I said, I really want to acknowledge that. And we're at a point now where us men, regardless of Latino, African American, Indian, Chinese, I don't care what nationality you are, all of us men need to come together and take a stand against this bullshit. We need to walk and march down to the voting booths and make our voice heard when it comes time. Because in America, the Democrats are race baiting and using politics, right? They're trying to rally the black vote, to get power so they can continue with this identity politics facade to hide their own corruption and hatred and hypocrisy. In Australia, The Greens, the Labour Party are doing the exact same thing. So what are we going to do about it, guys? Make it count at election time. Have your voice heard. Speak out about these things. Right? Me Too is trying to change the law to guilty until proven innocent, as Elvin just said. We are in a time now. And look, the amount of time, there's only so much that people can hear us pushing back before they start to question, why is this person pushing back? I need to understand this. I'm going to dig further into it. So it's our responsibility to call out the hypocrisy every single time we see this stuff on social media. It's our responsibility to speak out whenever we hear people talking publicly and talking about this bullshit. It's our responsibility every single time. And there's only one way we can change this. So I look forward to all of us taking a stand. And I look forward to every single one of us making a difference. Anyway, guys, stand up for what you believe in. Speak up against this bullshit. Speak your truth. Let's unite together as men. And thank you so much to our Super and Third Master for that generous $5 donation. He says, you should watch this video, Women Don't Need Men and Never Had, by Deborah Cooper. Go and check it out, guys. That's a good video. I've seen it myself. Anyway, guys, I put the 2 links in the description below. If you want to donate, you know what to do. If you want to get one of these shirts, you know what to do. Description below. If you haven't seen my videos before, or if you're wanting to subscribe, hit the subscribe button and the bell next to it. So to all of my fellow men, black, white, Asian, Indian, I don't care what nationality you are, I'm here for you, and I'm here with you. Brothers, thank you for listening. Until next time, peace.